Hey guys, this is Bingo's Adventures back with another review, and today we're going to be looking at Popeye the Sailor. It's a crossover short that introduces Popeye and then Betty Boop. So, yeah, this was basically Popeye's debut short, and we will be doing more Popeye shorts. And I feel like this was the character that sort of like made Betty Boop or them not make Betty Boop shorts anymore. Um but yeah, we get introduced to three characters. If you haven't seen Popeye, you should already know what the characters are or know what the characters who the characters are if you're not familiar with Popeye. We have Popeye and then we have his girlfriend Olive. Um and then we have the villain, which we will see almost in every Popeye short, which is his name is Bluto. Not Pluto, Bluto. That it is spelled with a B. And I didn't know like that was his name until doing research for this short. But yeah, that's the antagonist's name. Always thought he was just I thought his name was Balto. It must be some kind of Mandela effect or something. I thought his name was Balto or something like that. Um, but yeah, we'll start it. And Betty Boop only appears in a scene because this was the debut of a Popeye. But since we are still doing Betty Boop shorts, I thought I would just you know review this short along with her other shorts. But next month we should do some Popeye shorts, not all of them, but some because there wasn't that much made in 1933. So, yeah, we will move on to Popeye next month. But yeah, basically, we have Popeye. We start with Popeye singing his theme song, which that's always good. That's always good to introduce the character, like with their theme song and stuff. And then we have this ship pull up because he was on a ship, and we have Olive calling out to him. I thought it would have been interesting if him and Olive was like if they met, or this is probably one of the first shorts where they meet. And we have different guys checking out Olive because if you didn't know that these cartoons are very, very bad at doing that with them flirting with like ladies and stuff. But I'm glad it didn't go the route it did, because I was kind of like, are they gonna treat Miss Betty bad? But no. Then we see Bluto, come up to Olive trying to flirt with her, and then we see Popeye, um, come and pick up Olive, and Bluto is just mad, mad. So we go to this amusement park, and then we see Olive and Popeye going through this gate. we s- we see Pluto trying to use like you see one of those attractions at carnivals and stuff where they have the bell and stuff and you hit it with a hammer or something and then the thing goes up and hits the bell. Well, Popeye shows Pluto what it is because he takes the bell. He takes the bell out of its out of the pole. And then the next scene, we see Miss Betty doing her hula hoop dance. It's reused animation. It's basically reused animation for her, which I feel bad. Because I thought she would play much a bigger role, to introduce Popeye. But I guess not. And then wow, and it was cool seeing Popeye actually join Miss Betty Boop in this hula dance. But I am like, is that offensive? I don't know if that's offensive or not. I think it is. This is Betty Boop is definitely not a Hawaiian dancer, and so was in Popeye. Um, so while they're doing that, Pluto kidnaps um Olive, and she's calling for Popeye, and he basically tries to murder Pluto does basically tries to murder Olive by wrapping her in the train on the train tracks with the metal that is used for train tracks. Yes, he tried attempting murder, and I was like, "That is not the Baltar I know." I always thought that he tried to, you know, make Olive his girlfriend. But attempting murder, no. So yeah, that's Showtime. That's definitely attempting murder. He needs to get in trouble. So Popeye um fails at beating up Bluto at first until he eats spinach. And this is basically what happens in every Popeye short. He's always in some sort of peril and he has to eat spinach to get out of it. And he basically becomes Superman. Yeah, he basically becomes Superman. He becomes super strong. And yeah, and he beats up the train at the end that was about to run over Olive. And that was basically the end of it with him singing uh, a few lines from his song at the end. And that was basically the end of the short. And yeah, that's the basic Popeye short. But what is good about Popeye is that there's different ways you can do it. At like this was just an introduction. Um and it would sort of be like carnival theme with a mix of Betty Boop. And I'm surprised I haven't seen this because this I was actually surprised that they did a crossover. I didn't think, and I think this was the only crossover they did, which is crazy. Um, and it sort of feels like, but yeah, Betty Boop and Popeye are in the same universe because we see the different animals that look like people, sort of thing. But yeah, that's all I got to say for this short. Next week we will see two more Betty Boop shorts. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.